Hey, good morning, traders. Starting off Monday. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Getting ready to start trading here in the next hour or so. Thought I'd take a view of what's going on. Market is up. It's making new highs. Map out our swings. You know why you map out your swings, right? There's a certain calmness to this whole thing. Getting in touch with your trading emotions, clearing your head of all the things you need to do in a day. How do you make sense of this mess? It's very relaxing. Gives me something to think about. See if my setup is in play. I don't know. Just, get a feel for it. Price has been up, bounce, what's going on? It's an election year, stuff like that. Then we're going to get into the nuts and bolts, right? That's what we're here for. So we have all this stuff came up from last week, made a new high. Can again map out our majors and our minors. So that's a major. See how it landed in the kill zone, right? So label that the kill zone. And I think this is just, I'm not in a rush. I'm not here to move mountains. I know I'm not getting rich tomorrow. I'm not losing my money tomorrow, but I'm just trading today. And I want to be successful at it, just like you. But I've got to go through all my repetitions. I got to go through all the things that I see to connect myself to this market. And that's all I'm doing every morning. I call it my pre-market push-ups. Just how do I connect myself to this market? And you could say, what trade am I, or what swing am I trading? And you can now say, I'm trading this swing inside of this major, right? Inside of this major. So that's another thing to throw on the pile of what am I doing? Connecting yourself to the market, I feel, is essential to my success, because at least I know that when I'm getting in here, right, and there's a minor kill zone, there's a minor pressure cooker, that comes right back and touches it. So relative to this swing that I've got mapped out, I've got these minors, and then there's minors within the minors, right? So it's confusing as can be. I'm not saying that I have all the answers, right? I'm going to pretend that I'm, some wizard of markets, or no. I recognize my strengths and my weaknesses. I know when I'm impulsive. I know when I'm trying too hard. But I like to get into the nitty gritty. I like to see price. I like to see the action. I like to see my setup. And I like to be able to identify where it is I want to be, so I can manage my trade. Now I can be wrong. That's fine. But I'm not guessing. I'm not guessing at what is what. I've got this pressure cooker here, and I just keep. That's why this thing works. It just happens over and over and over again, over and over and over again. Right? Step 1, impulse. Step 2, create a shelf. Step 3, wash. Step 4, retest. Step 5, enter. I'm pretty sure when this happened, everyone was like, oh, it's going to the moon. But what it does is it runs into this pressure cooker. And as it runs into that pressure cooker, let's see if I can keep my words over here. So we some context here. It's running into this pressure cooker. And here's the deal, guys, is this is all I need, right? Recognize you're not going to make money. You're not going to make your millions of dollars in one shot. You're going to compound it over time. And you're going to be able to sit here as a professional and say, I know where I can be. I know where I can play. And even if you don't like my setup, even if you say, well, Mike, I know that I can buy that there. I can say, I can do a fib here and off of there and say, oh, I'm going to buy the 50% line. That's great. At least you know what you're doing. At least you know you have a stop there. At least you're on the right side. You know how many times I've bought this? I've bought that, right? Buy that. You feel like a hero for a bar, maybe 2, and then, okay, turn around. No, gee, yeah, nope, right? Buy down here, 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 buy on the edges, sell that with a stop up there, and then you feel better at least you're on the right side of the market. That was one of the biggest challenges I ever had. It's like, how do I get on the right side of the market? So this is what I do, and I encourage you to do it every morning. Just, map out your swings, your majors, your minors, your micros, because there's minors in here, right? I can see the wash right here, and this whole thing, goes up, tests, comes down, boom. I'm not saying that's a trade, but I'm just saying, there's a little spot. Yeah, there's one right there, right? Impulse doesn't really, the impulse takes this out, doesn't take this out. So again, know what trade you're swinging, what swing you're trading. So that's my pre-morning ritual, getting in tune with the market. So we have a new high, right? Prices come down, making new lows, 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 making new lows. Coming across, our pressure cooker is still active. And this is how you know it's call it whatever you want, resistance, support. But this is where it's hitting this, and buyers are pushing it down. Buyers are pushing it down. Now, if you haven't seen this already, I just see the impulse and I'm like, okay, now I'm tuned into it. Now, where are things going on? Where is the action happening? Kind of in here, right? This first one's usually the giveaway. I got a pressure cooker or a kill zone down here. I've got a pressure cooker up here, another pressure cooker. These are on the other swing, so now I'm trading this swing here. This is it right here. This swing right here. I'm not worried about anything else. Okay, I've got my wash. The price came down here. So now what's price likely to do? Take off to the moon? No, map out your swings. See, this is why you would map this stuff out. See this thing here? See this thing here? There's going to be something in here. And if it's a boom, boom, boom kind of thing, try and buy something like that. Right? Try and buy something like that. Excuse me. I know where my stop is. I know where price is going up, so I'm going with the flow here. I'm thinking, and then again, you're gonna hit the kill zone. It may come down here and do something like that, right? The support and resistance. It took me a long time to understand this, but the support and resistance is just buyers and sellers running into each other and bouncing around and trying to find orders. So that's kind of where I'm at. About an hour before I start getting interested in it. Market opens in about 15 minutes. I'll touch back a little bit later and see what happened. All right.